Let's start playing it immediately. I could probably play like maybe 1 hour more. That's fine. Oh, thank you, Mr. Leo. Mr. Leo, did you ever think this day would come? You know, the day when we all can share these CDI games together as a community? Somehow you knew. Yeah, somehow I knew it would too, Mr. Leo. Somehow I knew. Yeah, we'll see if it's the better one. We'll see. Well, get prepared, Mr. Leo. There's going to be several more days of CDI. I guess we'll see how much there will be, because tomorrow could be the last stream of the week. I may have a convention this weekend, and hopefully, I really hope I get into this one because we didn't get into the last one. But this weekend could be Anime St. Louis, so tomorrow might be the last day of streaming. We'll see how it goes. Far better than MAME. That's good. That's pretty nice. I'm glad it's easier to emulate these now. Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon. Oh, what?
Duke Onkled is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon. I'm going to Gamelon to aid him.
Let's
But
watch this
Father,
again.
what if something happens to you?
I'll take the Triforce of Courage to protect me. If you don't hear from me in a month, send Link.
Impa?
Don't worry, Zelda. The Triforce of Wisdom promises the king will safely return.
Enough. My ship sails in the morning. I wonder what's for dinner.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
A whole month gone, and still no word.
I'm certain he's all right.
Yeah, that old Ganon's no match for the king.
Link, go to Gamelon and find my father.
Great! I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos!
Animation is so funny. Later still.
Wake up, Impa. We're going to Gamelon.
All right, dear. I'll get the Triforce of Wisdom.
Get that Triforce of Wisdom. Gamelon. Wand of Gamelon. Oh, why is it doing that? Fuck.
Come on, let's go fight Ganon's evil legions. I'll show you how.
What?
First, move the Triforce to pick
Oh.
a place on the map.
Wait. Wait, was there a help thing in the other game as well?
Then press button 1. I'll fly there in a flash.
Was there a tutorial thing in... Oh man, we
Use
missed
the
that.
controller to move me left or right. Move it up to make me jump or climb. Up and over makes me leap.
Makes me leap.
Click button 1 to slash at the enemy. When you get the power sword, button 1 makes it shoot.
Shoot. Makes it shoot.
I crouch when you move the controller down. When I'm crouching, I can walk like this. It's easy.
Which is pretty useless.
To
It's
enter a
easy,
door,
guys.
move in front of it. Now press button 2.
Button 2. Oh, it's called button
Luckily,
2.
I brought my smart sword. It won't hurt anyone friendly. In fact, it makes them talk.
Course I'm on your side,
Make some
but I
talk.
still have to sell the stuff. Just pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
When you want to buy something from the merchant shop, touch it with the sword. The sword also picks up tools and rubies. Luckily, I have my magic pouch. I can carry as much as you want. To open the pouch, make me crouch down, and then press button 2. Don't forget, I can only open the pouch when I'm crouching. To choose a tool, move the highlight and press a button. When you're back in the game, use the tool by pressing button 2.
Maybe you should have had more buttons, CDI.
And you'll find that some tools need rubies before they'll work. Be sure you look for the special Triforce map in each area you conquer. Strike the maps to open new areas and continue your quest in Gamelon.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go find Link and my father.
What's the difference between start and new game? I like the map music better in this one. It's less weird.
Zelda, Duke Onkled is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon. I'm going to Gamelon.
Okay, we just saw this. Alright. Man, I want to go back and watch the tutorial for the first game now. Look at my layout. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you, Skittles. Appreciate that. One of Gamelon. Is it also 1993? Yeah, good point. And it is, if I just remember. Oh. Packaging for Link, Faces of Evil, and Zelda Wand of Gamelon. I thought the artwork on these looked too good. I thought it looked too good. It says here that... Yeah, let me stop the timer for a second. It says here... Yeah, like, look at the packaging art. It says that it's reused art, promotional art. So they didn't actually... go back. Like, look, that obviously looks too good for the artist of this game, so... Reuse promotional art from the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Ah, of course. These are both developed in 1993. They were released on... These were released on the same day. They were developed simultaneously and look and play similar. Yeah, they obviously use the same engine. Zelda's Adventure was developed separately and plays differently. The time of the release, the games received mixed to positive reviews. Really? In later years, both games, along with Zelda's Adventure, have been panned by critics for their plots, full motion video cutscenes, voice acting, controls, and graphics. And the graphics look awesome, though. This has led to the three games being considered not only the worst games in the Zelda franchise, but also among the worst video games of all time. That's, yeah, which is absurd. That's just completely absurd. This is not even close. Games are kind of sick. All right. So it is 1993. I didn't realize they were released at the same time. Let's update the cover. Oh, that's much smaller. Oh well, it's okay. good. Good. Aru Ainu. The map music's much better in this game. It's really cool, actually. Big red obelisk there. Or castle. Look at all these cool locations. Sakado. Red castle. Hobatan. Alright, I guess we'll go here first. Ara Ainu. Is it Turtle 3 that hit the theaters? I don't think I've ever seen any. That's more of the time travel, right? I hear that one's quite a bit worse than the first two. You did throw the book at him. Oh! I've got it! The buttons are fucked up again. Buttons are fucked up again. Can I... Hold on a second. Can I just... Manage remap, load remap file. Does that work? Oh, okay, it works. Oh, these pigs. Now I realize that these pigs are reused enemies. I don't know, doesn't Zelda's sprite look really weird? Look at her sprite. She's not wearing the clothes from the animated cutscene. She doesn't even look like the same person from the animated cutscene. And also looks nothing like Zelda from like promotional art or whatever. Game's way louder than me? Why is that the case? Is it louder than Faces of Evil was? It's way louder than me? It's much better now. I didn't change anything. Before it was super loud? Hey, Grand Falloon, what's up? I just finished Link Faces of Evil. It took 9 hours. I don't know if you missed it. I've already played 9 hours through Link Faces of Evil. It's actually a pretty cool game, to be honest. The controls are kind of bad, but the game's content makes up for it. But now I'm going to play through this, so you can watch this now if you want to. Is this sound okay? Was the sound okay before? Nobody said anything about... Now I better check this out for myself, I guess. Hold on a second. I better check. Here, check the sound. You can barely hear me asking about the... Well, what about... you weren't here during Faces of Evil. The map music is louder? It sounds fine currently? Okay. I didn't do anything, though. So it's just the map music is super loud? Okay, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe the map music is just super loud. Okay, if you say it's fine, then that's good enough for me. And so long as you can hear the game music okay, it looks like you should be able to. Alright, so we just started this game, the one of Gamelon, but it's basically the same template as... The same template, the same engine, everything kind of the same as Link Faces of Evil, except now we're playing as Zelda. I can't jump up here. We can go down. Oh. This way. Legit very underrated. I totally agree. They are totally underrated. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, there's reasons... There's things that are bad about them, but there's... The things that are good about them are pretty cool. Like, the art is... Oh! I can get up here. Wow. Okay. It's just the controls are kind of unpleasant in these games. There's a lot of bad aspects of the controls. And, I mean, some of the enemy design is kind of lame as well. Especially the respawning, like, flying enemies. But... the art style is actually really unique and kind of cool. Like, the art style is genuinely cool. And it's very unique, and it honestly, this game feels really different from other video games that I've played. It's got a totally unique sensibility, which is awesome. You found the cave with a Dodongo, but I don't have any bombs. Do I? Wait. Yeah, you still gotta buy those. You gotta come back here. And they are like some of the rare 2D side-scrolling Zeldas. They also have like surprisingly good music as well. Like, these games are just really unique and cool. I don't know, like, and like every screen is unique in these games. And also, like, it's just really cool how like the games are made up of these maps that are like these small little bite-sized areas. Like, that's kind of really cool. It's like these games have no filler, basically. Like, it's all just unique content. Every screen looks unique. Like, that's awesome. Not all the art is amazing. You know, this is not Vanillaware art, but it's still, like, it still has a cool look to it with the painted background. It just looks totally different from other video games. I want more games like this, to be honest. I want there to be more video games like this. Like, this is just cool games. They're definitely underrated. Right, maybe we need to go to the village first. Gotta find a shop we can buy bombs. Oh, these guys. This music's actually kind of silly. This music actually kind of sounds silly in this scene. Yeah, Zelda 2. Well, I mean, I like Zelda 2 the way it is. Zelda 2 is amazing, but that would be interesting as well. I would like to play a Zelda like that. Okay, we can go in here. And of course I'm gonna die, but we gotta continue. Have to oh, okay, maybe I can block these guys. Wow, there was an item in there, but fuck, man. Did it look like there was gonna be a shop there? Maybe the shop is actually here. Let's try to find where the shop is. I think it's going to be in this door. Yeah, we even saw this in the demo. Okay, we need... Wait. Well, we need rupees, though. Oh, these guys drop green rupees! Well, sometimes, anyway. Yeah, we probably want to farm some money. We're going to need bombs. A dark area. So we need a lantern. Alright, let's explore and farm. Oh, we got the flying enemies, we got projectile throwing, we got everything rushing at us right now. Listen to this music. It's so smooth. The music in this nice village music. Oh, locked. Think I can, like, fall off these rocks into the water and insta-die? I bet I can. Alright. A person.
Hello, dearie. Oh, just a minute.
She seems evil.
Isn't it lovely? Bring some fairy dust and I'll make it a magic cloak.
Okay. I will bring some fairy dust. Thanks, evil-looking lady. Maybe she's not really evil. She's just drawn that way. Can I go out the window? No. That is something? No. I hate it when they have like these dressers. In the other game, there was a what looked like a chest, and no way to interact with it. Oh well, it's just decoration. So okay, so fairy dust. What a nice lady. Oh, look, she's got a garden too. Let's step on it. Urgh, take that, lady. I'll teach you to have evil eyebrows. Correct, Crom. Yeah, I played through. I fully got through Link Faces of Evil with no hints. I was stuck a few times, but I figured it all out with my brain. And I'm gonna figure this one out too. Just watch and be impressed with my brain power. You'll see. You'll see. I'll show ya. Isn't it more fun that way? You don't want to see me take hints and like be told what to do. You don't want to see that shit. That's boring. You want to see a man suffer. Suffer from intellectual pain of learning and experimenting. That's what you want. If I really, I'm going to try to not use any hints. Especially since we were able to play through Faces of Evil without taking any hints. I got really close at one point to asking for hints, but I did just manage to figure it out. Thankfully. Alright, let's get some bombs. So that's like 3... No! Stupid controls! 2 bombs. 23 rupees. I guess we better buy 3 more. So that's all my money, right? Dude, we need more money. No point in buying lamp oil yet. We might want some ropes pretty soon too. I mean, I know where to use these. So let's go and do so. You try to spare me agony when there's clunky, awkward design. That's nice of you. But, you know, I mean, it's all fun and game. I'm never actually feeling any agony from any of the... If I was really feeling agony, I would turn this game off in a second. The only thing that makes me feel like true agony is something like, you know, trying to play Uncharted 3. That would make me feel like this is just fun. Probably, yeah, I don't know. Maybe trying to play through like the new God of... I don't know. There's no agony. There's probably some modern games that would make me feel a lot of agony. There's no agony here. Clunky, awkward design. Yes, there is that. But that's okay. High tolerance for that. For clunky design. I've played much worse than this anyway, as far as clunkiness. Okay, so that gives us a key. Already progress. Good. Let's based on the things we've learned from Link Faces of Evil, I have a feeling we can probably get through this a little bit quicker, this particular game. Because we have a general idea of like how the structure works and how the... I'm sure it's going to be designed very similar. Like probably enemies and bosses are going to like require very specific items to kill. Or doing specific things.
Everyone ran when the Gleeok came, but monsters know better than bothering me. Here's a shroud that scares the wraps off Gibdo.
Oh, a shroud. Too bad it doesn't show up on my sprite.
Everyone ran when the Gleeok came, but monsters know better than bothering me.
I didn't see that shroud animation again. Like, is it me or I could swear that Zelda's like animated form looks completely 100% different from her sprite. Her sprite is so weird in this game. Doesn't look like Zelda at all. She's got such a weird sprite. I mean, she doesn't look terrible. Like, she looks okay, but it just doesn't look like Zelda, so it's kind of weird. It looks like we're playing some elf barbarian girl. Too bad the shroud doesn't appear. Okay, so I got a shroud. What? I can throw my shroud? Alright, this is gonna unlock something. Okay. Alright, that's weird. The Kogi Tower. Okay. There's a dark area in the town. And oh, this is where we just were. We're basically done with that. Where was that other town again? There was okay, yeah. Let's take another look here again, maybe. About this area. I kind of don't like the music in this particular area. It's just kind of silly sounding. One of the few areas where I haven't really liked the music. A lot of the music in this game is really cool though. That's still locked. There's the key in the other house. Wait, I mean, can we go up here actually? We can go up here too. If this is anything. Oh, no. I don't think I went up here. Dark. But I could probably... A dragon. I'm not ready for him. Guarding a key. We probably need a lamp to get up there, and we probably need something to kill that dragon too. And assume that we probably can't do that yet. Yeah, I mean, it's not so much that it's a flute wailing over a Casio, as I just think the composition of the song is kind of... It's a little too wacky. It's kind of weird. It sounds like a wacky hijink song, you know? Oh, okay. Want to get that. Dude, come on! Oh my, dude, what the fuck, this area? Wait. Wait, you know what? I got an idea. We just need to bomb these guys. Just bomb them. Oh wait, maybe did this do something? No. Bomb them. It's gonna work. Oh! I think I can get that item, whatever that is. I think I could do it. Looks like some kind of fire crystal type thing. These guys in here do so much damage. Damn, what if I stand back here and then jump and throw the bomb from here? Oh my god! Didn't kill him! What the fuck? Are you serious? Maybe this will work. Why is that not killing them? These are some sort of puzzle dudes. Some sort of weird puzzle in here. Wait, I can get... Maybe if I'd come up close and use the bomb from here? Doesn't do anything. I might be able to get up to him and hit him with my sword. Get him! Oh! Okay. Wow, this is a brutal area. The puzzle is just how to get close to them and not die. Lantern. That's the lantern. You can get it much earlier in this game. Sandbag, what's up? Sandbag, guess who beat Link Faces of Evil without taking any hints? See if you can guess. A power glove. Great. They should talk like that in this game. Maybe we can glitch. Is that how Zelda talks in this game? I didn't notice. Sandbag, I don't know how much you've been here for, but so far we've had 9 hours of fun with Link Faces of Evil. 9 hours of video gaming joy. Have you ever felt video gaming joy before? Let's see. Oh, this guy seems kind of fucked up. Oh, dude. Just go to the key. Just get to the key. I can do it. No. Dude, come on. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Get the key. We got this. No problem. Oh, okay. So I see where this shit is. I'm gonna sequence break this game. Wait, I can use the lamp here. I have a lamp. I have a lamp. I have a lamp now, right? I have no lamp oil, though. So I can't use it. Only the cutscenes. It's funny when it happens to someone else. This game's awesome, Sandbag. These games are awesome, Sandbag. Okay, we just need to get a lamp and come back here. Sandbag, maybe it's time for you to experience fun. The fun of CDI. This could be your big chance. Finally. Yeah, it's cozy. These games are cozy. Actually, the song gets better. That song gets better if it plays for a little while. Alright, I kind of need to farm more money. Maybe I should just go ahead and go to the new area, though. Be able to get more money there. But I need lamp oil, and I need more bombs. Oh, there's a dude up there. Is that Impa? I guess that must be Impa.
Oh my! It looks like everyone's been taken to Taikogi Tower.
This is illegal, you know.
My cakes will burn!
What? The fuck?
Oh my! It looks like everyone's been taken to Taikogi Tower.
This is illegal, you know.
My cakes will burn!
Who the fuck are those people? They're not in the scene. Ow. What the fuck? Who's doing that? Octorok! Okay. I need more hearts in the tower. Well, yeah, they're... yeah. We need a better sword. Archrock takes too many hits. No, I wanted the blue rupee. Oh, no, I need that. I need to farm money. Legally, that's no good. No. Stupid Octorok? Destroy you. Get destroyed! Yeah, I got his 10 rupee. These things fucking suck. Oh, the rock blocking that. Might be bombs. Probably bombs, I would guess. Is this a good place to farm? I think that just the village is better to farm for the green. Like, those things, those Octoroks just take too long to kill. Too much downtime. We're better off just farming here. We need money. Let's get some money, guys. Here we go. Money time. I should probably actually go to bed soon. We gotta make progress in the Zelda Adventure, because we're gonna be playing this game for another 9 hours. I bet I complete this one quicker than the Link one, though, because now I know more stuff about these games. What did they say that the cloaks were for again? Was that maybe for that dragon that was in that one cave? I don't remember what they said the cloaks were even for. Bombs. Get a few more bombs. Lamp oil, we need. Go ahead and get some ropes too. You know what? We better get more lamp oil. Get 2 of those. We'll get 3 lamp oils. I have seen that. Did I see it? The first one? Yeah. I saw the video that you linked last time, yeah. And we looked a little bit at the actual remaster that somebody made that's like a remaster of this game. It's like a serious one that like tries to make it easier to play. Got a bunch more bombs now.
Sorry, Zelda. Not enough rubies. You'll have to wipe out a few more gorillas to get that.
To wipe out a few more gorillas to get that.
Course I'm on your side, but I still have to sell the stuff. Just pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
I'll handle the rubies. He said gorillas. Skittles. Skittles in the Zelda games, there's these enemies called gorillas and they throw boomerangs. Alright, I got a bunch of stuff. I got lamp oil. Oh yeah, there was a dark area here too. Go check that out real quick. Whoops, fuck. Goddamn inventory button being the same as the door button. Ugh. Alright. What do we got here? Oh! Nice. I'm probably dead. Those idiot! No! Okay, well, at least that guy will stay dead, probably. You didn't stay dead? What the fuck? You're supposed to stay dead. We got this. Okay, we got this. No! It would have, but I wonder, did the CDI only have 2 buttons like in its original release? It's weird though, because there's, when I look at pictures of the CDI and it's like accessories, like you see remotes that have a bunch of buttons on them. So how is there only 2 buttons? Kind of weird. It's kind of strange. What is up with that? Give me that. Yeah, I know, but like, why does this game only have 2 buttons though? When like most of the controllers look like from pictures, they look like they have more than 2 buttons. They could have at least had a separate menu button. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, let's try to just farm out the bat. Ah, oh, that still hit me? Come on. I'm dead now. This is actual remote. So is there like a, could you play this game with the remote? I guess maybe nobody knows this, but I'm wondering if you could play this game with the remote, or if you had to get like a separate controller to play this game. For that matter, like what did the CDI come with when you got it out of the box? Did it just come with the remote? Was the CDI meant more as like a multimedia machine? Or like a movie? It was just... like... was it for watching movies? Could you watch movies on it? In what format? Okay, now we're good. Now we got this. I like the music here. Various controller designs that have different numbers, buttons, and lamp. Yeah, very weird. Oh no! Real trouble getting up here. We're not getting rupees back here either. Don't kill me! Please! Oh! What's up here, though? Oh, there's a door. Get in! This might be my last life. Oh, dude, no, bats, no! No! Oh, I have to continue. Ooh, good. Alright, there's a sword! The sword upgrade, we need that! We need that! Power sword! Oh, we definitely need that. Okay. Okay, good. Good. So that'll let us probably shoot a bolt when our energy is full. I can just die now. Education videos, maybe a game here and there. What was the format like? Was it just CDs? Skittles, you didn't mention any of that. Come on. Skittles, 80% of your chatting is to make fun of me. Yeah, this game is fun. It's like going to Disneyland. That's true. I was right about that. I guess that must be CD-ROM. 74%. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. And let's just get... Let's make sure we have plenty of lamp oil. How much is that? Okay, that's all we can get. Anything else here that I... There's a locked door. I don't think I have the key for that yet. More rupees. Complete multimedia system, yeah. Well, you know, they'd been thinking about doing stuff like that from like the very beginning of console. You know, and you know, these days consoles, you know, have so much shit you can put on them, which, you know, like YouTube and Twitch and all, like, you can get all these apps for your stuff, and they can be multimedia machines, but there isn't really any complete multimedia machine. Like, people just get Roku's or whatever. They don't need to play games on that shit. Okay. I think it must be done here in this town for now. I think the sword upgrade is very good. We definitely wanted that. So, let's see. Let's try to go back to... Oh, maybe I should... Wait, where was that dragon? We're trying to go mess with that dragon. Oh no, this is where the Dodongo was. I think I'm done here. We have the lamp now. I might be able to mess with that dragon, possibly. Maybe I throw the cloak at the dragon. Start this over. There you go. That's more like it. Ow! Oh, I think it hit. Damn it. Oh, now we can see. Oh, I can just kill him with my sword. Wow. That's a new enemy. He's not in the other game. Oh, you need a rope to get up here. Oh, luckily I had some now. Well, that's not too hard to get. Yeah, true. I mean, well, yeah, again, like these days you can people just get Roku's or, you know, stuff like that. Nobody gets a console just for like multimedia apps. Like, multimedia apps are in everything now. Like, everything. They're just in your, like, cable service. Like, your TV comes... This stupid TV that I got, like, this TV, which was like a relative... I had to buy a new TV. because the old TVs were just not really working well with the computer setup I have. And this came like with built-in apps that I don't use, but they're in there. Everything comes with apps these days. Everything's a multimedia machine. I haven't been in here yet. Oh, a dude.
Those darn Moblin have eaten everything. I'd give anything for an Arpago's sake. Those darn Moblin have eaten everything. I'd give anything for an Arpago's sake.
An Arpago steak. So that one lady needs fairy dust and she needs a steak. Okay. What is this called again? Shroud. Weird item. It looks like this will open up a new area. Ahitaru. Should we try there? Should we go back to the tower? Go to the tower. Take this, Octorok, idiot! Yeah! That'll teach you. Oh, you fucking hit. Oh, I lost my bolt. Tower off in the distance there. Dead, dead. Oh, this is a tough area. Tough. The Octoroks suck. Maybe if I just keep moving. We need to try the bombs here. Ah, jeez. Didn't work, right? Not working. Okay, it's not bombs. We must not be able to go in there yet. Okay, never mind. Then we must need to go here. Looks like we need the power bracelet to get in there. Ooh, desert. Desert area. I wonder if any of the music is repeated between the two games, because so far all the music's been unique in this game from the other one. Although, I don't know, this music sounds a little bit familiar, but I'm not sure. That's why I asked. I mean, there's obviously like a lot of shared content between these games, and there's at least reused enemies, like a lot of reused enemies in this game. But all the music seems unique so far, all the art seems unique, all the animation seems unique. So, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Asian waste. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. I mean, forget about the walk cycle. Her attack animation is awful. I feel like Link's was better than this. His attack animation, I feel like it was more snappy looking. Look at It's a terrible. I mean, I'm not crazy about her sprite in general. It just doesn't really look like Zelda. And, I don't know, it seems a little bit lower effort than the Link sprite. But the Link sprite wasn't that great either. The enemy design in these games is pretty decent, though. Like, some of the enemy design is, like, kind of cool looking. Like, the lizard dudes, like, these things look okay. The lizard dudes genuinely look cool. The Goma. No bow and arrow in these games. That's one thing they didn't include. No bow and arrow. The Gomas, you just attack them normally. I mean, I've seen worse sprites, but it's not, you know, you would hope for like a little bit better from the main character. But it's passable, I guess. For a game with this reputation. I mean, the background art genuinely looks cool, though, so that makes up for it. They got me. I need to be a little more patient here. Fucking flying enemies. Where do we jump up? How can we jump up? Do I need to jump across here? That looks like death to the left there. I don't know. Is there a place to jump up? I do really like the puzzle platforming in these games. It's genuinely cool. It's a really cool aspect of these games, and it's totally unique to these games. Trying to figure out where you can jump in the painting. Except here it looks like you can jump nowhere. Usually it's not that hard to figure out. Incapable of handling sprites? Are you serious? How does that work? What the fuck are they then? Like a philosophical quandary. Maybe I just can jump down here? Oh, you can, what? You can jump up there? Oh, okay, alright. I figured it out. Good puzzle platforming. Bottom layer is just a complete dead end. Now we know. Oh, who's this guy? A juggler. Found a juggler.
Nice jump over the Goma pit. Here, have a drink.
Oh, it's a lady.
Hey, there's a fisherman trapped in the fish head.
Really?
Can we see that again?
Nice jump over the Goma
Look at
pit.
Zelda in animation.
Here, have a drink.
Thanks.
With her blue vest.
Hey, there's a fisherman trapped in the fish head.
Really?
We can heal it. She doesn't look... They didn't even try to make her look like she looks in the animation at all. I didn't... Like, that's the thing that's, like, bugging me about her sprite. She doesn't even look like they...
Nice jump over the Goma pit.
The
Here,
colors are
have
all
a
wrong.
drink.
She doesn't look
Thanks.
the same. She doesn't look like Zelda.
Hey, there's a fisherman trapped in the fish head.
Really?
She draws her sword. Thanks for the free heal. Trapped in the fish head, huh? And there's a rock, but I don't have the power bracelet yet. And that there's also a rock blocking the other direction. Maybe here we can use a bomb on this rock. Probably. No? We can't use a bomb here either? Do we need the power bracelet then? Does the shroud somehow work? Do we need the power bracelet? Fisherman. This is just a dead end. I enjoy how she sounds like she's making fun of you in her voice clip here, this lady.
Nice jump over the Goma pit. Here, have a drink.
Thanks.
Hey, there's a fisherman trapped in the fish head.
Really?
Really? Hey! Wow, nice job with the thing. Hey, there's the fisherman trapped over there. You should go check it out, idiot. Probably a trap. Apparently we need the power bracelet for both this and then other rock. Bombs don't work. Weird. I haven't gotten fairy dust yet. What is this shroud for though? Let's go back down here. Hold on a second. In the first area with the Dodongo, was there... there was a path we opened up, and then in the village... There's still a locked door in that village, isn't there? Which is kind of weird, because... maybe we missed something in the village. Like, we wouldn't... The keys are always in the same location, I think. So the key should be around there somewhere.
Oh my! It looks like everyone's been taken to Taikogi Tower.
This is illegal, you know.
My cakes will burn!
I don't know who the fuck those characters are. Yeah, I know, Ludzerk. Oh! Octoroks are so brutal! My god. Not the cakes. Maybe the shrouds are good against Octoroks? What was the shroud for again? I should go back and ask that shroud lady. Doesn't matter, I tried the bombs in both of those rocks. This... wait, no. Let's go back to here, I guess? Unraveled Gibdos. I don't know what a Gibdo is. Unraveled Gibdo. No, this is not where I want to be, because I've explored every... I explored everywhere here, right? Well, let's just try again. Oh, those are the... That's right, they were called Gibdos. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Well, we haven't seen any mummies, so... And this lady wants a steak, but we don't have any steak.
Those darn Moblin have eaten everything. I'd give anything for an Arpagos egg.
Arbogos steak? I think we've gotten everything here. We got the lamp, and we got the key let us get in here, and we got the lamp. I'm pretty sure. There she is. But there's still a locked door here, though. That's kind of weird. Better get some more supplies. Spend a whole money.
Sorry, Zelda. Not enough rubies.
So, I don't know where to go now. The two areas we unlocked both have rocks blocking our path. We must need the power bracelet. I've been up here. We got the sword upgrade. I've been up there. What else? that's locked. Why is this locked? Like, we haven't seen any keys. Kind of weird. There's someplace else we can go here. Maybe this lady gives us a key? If we bring the...
Isn't it lovely? Bring some fairy dust and I'll make it a magic cloak.
But it seems like she's going to give us a magic cloak, so I don't think we're going to get a key from her. I don't know where to get fairy dust. A secret here. Oh, I can stand on the window. You can go out this window. Oh, there's another village segment. You can go out that window. I tried to go out it before, but I didn't realize you have to stand on the windowsill. And then that suddenly occurred to me, because there's some other things like that in the other game. Oh, did you know about that, Ground Balloon? Everyone misses that? Well, there was some things like that in the other one that we just played in Faces of Evil. But I mean, it's not very intuitive. If you were playing this one first, I could see being stumped on that. But, you know, at a certain point, I was like looking everywhere for like secret doors, and then after a while, you just start to find stuff like that. I mean, it like anything that looks like it could possibly be an exit could be an exit in this game. You got to check everything to make sure.
Do you see anything?
Yes? Oh my, your father has been captured.
What about Link?
He's been in a terrible fight. I can't tell what happened.
Well, I figured it out. It
anything?
wasn't too bad.
Yes? Oh my, your father has been captured.
What about Link?
He's been in a terrible fight. I can't tell what happened.
I don't know. I mean, for some reason, this game feels like it should come second to me, but both these games were released on the same day. They were developed simultaneously and released in the same day, so there's not really an order to them. You can just play them in whatever order you want. Somehow, though, Faces of Evil feels like it should be first. To me. I guess it's just because that's the order I happen to play them in. I wonder if these shrouds are going to be good in anything else besides just the thing they're used for. Did you ever try to play these, Grom, or you just like to watch other people play them? So they thought they were underrated. I do think these games are underrated. I think a lot of people just assume they're bad because of the cartoons, and nobody's like really taking a close look at the games. Apparently, according to the Wikipedia, these actually got decent reviews for the time, which I could understand. And they are definitely like janky to play, but I've played Amiga games that were jankier than this. I've played a lot of computer games of the time are jankier than this. I mean, by like modern standards, like by modern indie game standards, where everything must play like Mega Man or else. I could, you know, people have if you have a low tolerance for jank, I could see not wanting to give this much of a chance, but it's not really. It does kind of have a lot of issues, but it's not that bad compared to some things. It's very playable. Beat them both. Nice. Wow. You played through Enemy Zero as well. You play a lot of stuff. You play a lot of stuff, Mr. Grom. The respect is due. Read time with them. That's what I like to hear. See, I'm not the only person. I think these games definitely have fans. Is this window a thing here? Okay, it's not. Yeah, probably, that's the thing, is that probably most people who consider these games to be bad have not even played them. And probably most have, like, never even, like, looked at them. They've probably just seen the animations. Or they looked at them for, like, 2 seconds. But I bet a lot of people just have never even seen these games. Yeah, like Virtual Highlight, that's another one that's actually really fun. Arapicos egg. But did she say steak? I thought she said Arapicos steak that she wanted to eat. Was it an egg she wanted? Is this a... She said egg? Oh, I thought she said steak. Okay. Well, I was going to go back and try her anyway. Obviously. Alright, I guess that's it. Very cool. Okay. There's some progress. Thanks for not correcting me. Yeah, I thought you were saying steak. Virtual Highlight is actually pretty sick. It's actually a really cool game if you, like, give it a chance. The only thing that people really have to complain about is just, you know, people are very sensitive to frame rates these days. And that game is very low on that. Oh, this must be... You must need the power bracelet to get past this. So this is... Wait. Yeah, so this is for later. Unless you can glitch past it. I think so. The mausoleum, nice. Okay, that's the power bracelet. I mean, there's but possibly 3 things right now that need the power bracelet. Another locked door, wow. 3 locked doors in this stupid town. A lot going on here. Alright. We can go back. Yeah, exactly, Grom. Exactly. That's how it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. Kind of. I mean, FPS is the frames per second refresh rate of a game. It's always weird to me that when people apply that to 2D games, because it kind of makes more sense for 3D games. Like, you know, like the old games, a lot of the old games can refresh at 60 FPS, but it doesn't mean that things refresh at the 60 FPS. Like, the character can... A lot of times, the movement varies. Like, the characters animate... Like, the animations and, like, the character movement and the scrolling can all be at different rates. So it's a little bit weird to think about old games in terms of... Like you know, retro games in terms of FPS. Because everything is kind of refreshing at different rates. Like, one good example is, like, MSX. Like, you know, if you look at MSX games... Like, the screen scrolls tile by tile. So when, like, TMR was playing a bunch of MSX games, everyone would, like, was making fun of the FPS. Because it looks... If you just look at the movement of the screen, it looks like it's moving in really low FPS. But if you look at the movement of the character, it's animating much faster than the screen is animating. Well, I mean, it's just... It didn't make sense to think about it in terms of FPS. Because everything is, like, refreshing at different rates. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there would be slowdown. There would be slowdown. The bigger thing was just like slowdown. Like, would there be too many things on the screen, and would it like slow the game down? And some games would would feel choppier. But like FPS, when you think about it, like that's a technical term, but really it just means smoothness. And, you know, back in the day, we knew that some games were smoother than others, and that's how it is today. And And now we like measure it in these like technical terms, and we kind of get obsessed with them. So okay, so I need to go to that girl, and she was she must have been here. Yeah, you know, like, I'm on the opposite end, so I'm biased because I have always played tons of older games, tons of old 3D games. I played tons of PlayStation games. I still will play PS1 games and enjoy them. I don't really care about smoothness that much. But, I mean, I understand why. I mean, smoothness is attractive. It makes sense why people would like games to move smoother, especially action games. But, you know, at the same time, I think people go a little bit overboard these days. I think they kind of fetishize smoothness a little bit. I can actually get a lot of rupees here pretty quickly. It's a pretty good rupee farming place. Probably better than the town. I'm not sure if this was the right area. Where was that stupid girl? Was she in one of the villages? I guess she... Yeah, you know what? Actually, no, I think she was. She is just in that one green village, isn't she? Is she in... Yeah. I think? This was... Well... I mean, I think it's not FPS though. It's technically not FPS what you're talking about. Like this, it's not FPS to notice. Is it? Like I think like there's probably like a max frame limit in terms of like animation that old games like Super Mario Brothers 1 probably is updating at a rate around how we see motion. Right, but like things refresh at different rates in games though. So like it wouldn't necessarily have any meaning. Like maybe I don't know. Some of the games definitely like there's NES games like Micronix games that do feel like they're refreshing at lower rates. But like the screen will be scrolling, right? And that's not refreshing at the same rate as like the rate that your character's moving around. You understand what I mean? So it's not a consistent FPS like across. It doesn't even like if the character's not refreshing at 60 frames per second, like nothing. Most of the time, a lot of things on the screen aren't animating at a rate that would even take advantage of it. So what meaning does it even have? Like, I don't know, maybe Mario is moving around at 60 FPS. Yeah, that's right, basically fake. Well, that's slowdown, and that's a totally different thing. Slowdown has nothing to do with FPS. I beat Faces of Evil Space Kitty Face. I think it's about 9 hours. Sprite Flicker. Well, yeah, that's again another thing. It's Sprite Flicker. But that has more to do with like how much the capability of like how many sprites you make. Slowdown is a drop in frame rate. No, it's not a drop in frame rate. That's not what it is. It's not a drop in frame rate. Like, because the frame rate is not, the game is, no, it's not. I don't think that's the case, because the game is still, like, things are still up, it's like, it's moving slower, but it's not getting choppier necessarily. Like, it's not updating what's on the screen in less frames. the game is actually moving slower within the same amount of frame. That's not, I don't think that's what, I don't know. Like, now we gotta like go and like look at footage of games slowing down. I think that's, I think you're wrong. You know, I haven't, let's just say, wait, let's just say it. Yeah, I have to stop. Actually, it's 1:30. I have to stop soon anyway. That's not what slowdown is, I don't think. Wait, does anybody else have any opinion? Probably nobody. Sprite flicker is a completely different thing. But slowdown is a related thing, though. Just do double save for no reason. Okay, that's you know what, that's good for tonight. Like, that's good. That's a decent amount, a little bit of progress in Wanda Gamelon. We'll come back to it the next stream. Okay, I want to look at video of Gradius 3. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. That's not the. I don't think that's frame rate. I don't know. But let's just look. Let's just look at some footage of Gradius 3, one of the most notorious games for slowdown on Super Nintendo. So we'll have ample ability to look. Is it frame rate slow? Is it the frame rate? But here's the thing, though. If slowdown were the frame rate getting lower, that would mean that the game is not It would mean the game is not moving slower. It would mean that it's updating. Frame rate is how much the screen refreshes. It's not how fast things move. I mean, it can affect the speed, but like, it's refresh rate. So the game the game does not necessarily slow down with the lower frame rate, right? Are we all on the same page there? Okay, so I mean, let's just look at the slowdown of this game. It's not. By the way, like, is it 60 FPS? I don't know. Like, who knows what it is? I mean, you move around, like, I mean, look at how it moves around. Actually, I don't think it is. I just feel like it's not moving that smoothly. Like, look at how the ship moves. That doesn't seem like 60. It doesn't feel like the ship is updating its position 60 times per second. When it moves around. I don't think it is. I don't think anything is on the screen. I don't know. I don't think so. It's hard to tell. It feels like if you had to put an FPS on it, it'd be 30. But anyway, okay, so yeah, look at all the slowdown. So look at the slowdown here. Now just look. Do you think this is affecting the refresh rate? Because I don't think so. I think literally everything is slowing down, but it's refreshing at the same rate. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? The internal frame rate using an emulator. Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, that's interesting. It's a good point, Mr. Leo. That's a good point. So no doubt that well, I mean, there's no doubt there is some sort of like frame rate in the game, but it doesn't have that much meaning when, like, just because, like, it's like in a 3D game, the whole screen is refreshing at that rate. Like, your character is moving, like, the way it works is, like, things animate and it's refreshing at that rate. Like, if it's 30 frames per second, then you're getting 30 frames on the screen. But like in a 2D game, even if it's 60 frames per second, that's the max rate at which things can refresh. But nothing is necessarily refreshing at that rate. And things all refresh at different rates, right? Like, the screen might be refreshing at a rate of, like, it might be refreshing at a rate of like 10 frames per second. The character might be refreshing at a rate of like 30 frames per second, but maybe not all the time because the animations can vary. The animations on the enemies can vary. Everything might be refreshing at different rates, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it just doesn't mean as much to talk about FPS in like a game like, but it just doesn't. It doesn't. The frame rate doesn't necessarily tell you, like, the internal frame rate of what's happening doesn't necessarily tell you how smooth everything is on the screen. Like, MSX is like the big example because, I don't know, let's look at an MSX game. Because like if you just look at this at the way that the screen scrolls, you would think the frame rate was like 1 FPS. I don't know. Let's look at like, I don't know. What's a good one we can look at? Nightmare? I don't know. Let's look at some like side scroller maybe. So some MSX game with scrolling would be good. Maybe this one. Google it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Google it. What does Google say? Well, N64 is 3D, so that's totally different. But like, yeah, no, I mean, like 3D, it's different between 3D and 2D games, though. Like stuff that uses sprites versus like a 3D, like rendering a 3D space is different. You can't run different sprites at different rates. Right. Well, but it's not, but the point is that the way that they're animating, like, okay, so like, do you know how, like, animation, like, you know how, like, when you're playing Castlevania and you whip, okay? Like, is there 60, when you whip, like, maybe let's say it takes 60 seconds to, like, for your character, it's probably, or 60, like, let's say it takes about, like, 1 second to, like, do the whip animation. Is there 60 frames of animation in that whipping animation? Is there 60 frames? How many frames is there in the whipping animation? Hold on, let me see. It's probably about 1 second. I don't know. Castlevania. I mean, I guess I could just pull up Castlevania. 4. Okay. Yeah, probably like, it's probably something like 4 or 5, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So what meaning does it have to say, like, is the whipping animation in 60 frames per second? Technically, it has the potential to refresh on the screen at 60 frames per second, but it's only 4 frames within a second, right? And a lot of animations are like that. Of course not. Wait, okay, actually, let's look at the MSX games again. Wait, let's look at some of these MSX games. All right. Well, this is actually one of the smoother ones I've seen, but still, it's choppy enough that maybe it illustrates. Look at how this is actually one of the smoother MSX games, but still, like look at how what FPS is MSX? I don't know. Probably lower than NES. Actually, this is too smooth. I have to find something choppier. I'm a Road Fighter. Cats per second. Well, like, I mean, movies are not 60 FPS. Movies are traditionally like 20 something, like 28 FPS, but they use motion blur. It's a totally different thing. And that works because it's a movie. Like, it's not... Yeah, that's a totally different thing. Except for, like, certain, like, newer films, like, the Hobbit movies were one example. There's some newer movies are shot in 60 FPS. People actually find it to look weird, and people tend to not like it because we're so used to movies being done a certain way. But it's totally different between movies and video games. It's just actually that kind of does. Wait, this is really smooth as well. And Bubble Bottle doesn't have scrolling. Let's look at it though. Wait, what? Oh, it's just top MSX games. Ooh, Antarctic Adventure. Oh, wait, this is a good video to look at. Oh, here we go. Here's what I wanted. Yes, this is... A lot of MSX games look like this. Look... Okay. Just look at the background as the game scrolls. Now, the reason it scrolls like this is because MSX is bad at scrolling. Right? If you were judging the FPS based on the scrolling, what would it be? It would be... Is the background refreshing at 2 FPS? Or 3 It actually probably is... We just need to look at the scrolling some more. This is probably actually... This background is probably updating at 3 F... Like, not exaggerating. It's probably 2 or 3 FPS, right? Is the game running in 3 FPS? It is not. Right? You see what I'm saying? No, but the point is, you can't tell the FPS based on how anything is moving on the screen in a retro game. It's unrelated. Like, for the most part, how things move in a retro game is unrelated to what... The FPS is just... If you want to talk about, like, that... The maximum refresh rate of things on the screen is usually unrelated to how things move. Scrolling doesn't. But also, like, that applies to animations on characters, like this boss. Like, the boss... Look at this boss, which is just like a... It's not even a sprite. It's like a background element. And it animates, right? Can you tell anything about the FPS based on this boss? No. So, what meaning does it have to say that the game is like... I don't know, maybe this game is in 30 FPS. It's probably not like in 10 FPS. It's probably at least in 30. The MSX. Right? But what meaning does it have when, like, your character doesn't necessarily move at that rate either? Like, the movement on just moving things around the screen would be the best indication. But you can't even necessarily tell by that. Better than being played tonight. Do you think so? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Look, I would play that. Like, this looks fairly smooth, but I can't... Is this video even at 60 FPS? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm just saying, like, you can't tell. With retro games, you can't tell. Like, FPS is not a meaningful way to measure movement in retro games. You probably should not talk about FPS in relation to... I mean... It exists, like, these systems could, like, they could only there was a maximum amount that they could refresh the frames on the screen, for sure, and you could call that the FPS, but there's just not much rationale in doing that. The only reason we do that is because people are obsessed with FPS and everything is measured in FPS, because modern games are 3D and FPS is relevant to 3D games. That's the only reason why we, like, talk about 2D games that way, because everything is so... FPS is so embedded in, like, modern gamer brain. It just doesn't make any sense to think about these games in terms of FPS. Yeah, I should probably drink some more water Skittles. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. I just don't think it makes any sense. I don't know if this video's in... How do you tell what FPS the video's in? Does it say somewhere? Settings, maybe? I have no clue. Does this look like how Castlevania should look? Is anybody an FPS expert? Does anybody know? Does this look normal? Or is Castlevania supposed to be in... What is the NES... Like... What is the maximum refresh rate of an NES? It's probably 60 FPS in theory, because I think Grom said that that's the case. Right? This is 30. NES is 60 hertz? What's the difference between hertz and FPS, though? This is 30. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm not a good judge of FPS. Like, I've never been, like, good at judging it. I don't really care about smoothness that much. 6.09. Does this look jittery? Like, does this look abnormal? Can anybody tell the clock speed? Which is basically, that's kind of the same thing, right? That's basically the same thing. It's technically running at... So, okay. This is Castlevania 1, true. But, like, so the NES can run... It can refresh the screen at as much as 60 FPS. The equivalent of 60 FPS, right? But I don't know, how does Castlevania supposed to run? Does this look... Like, to me, this looks normal for Castlevania. So I assume that Castlevania only refreshes at a rate of 30 then, right? Is that what... Does that sound right? They can't get the actual... They can't get Home Alone world record when doing actual 60 FPS? What do you mean by that? Wait, losers? Wait, what do you mean by when doing 60 FPS? What does that mean? Like when running the game at 60 FPS? Like, can you change the clock speed that... Like you talking about, like, changing the clock speed that the game runs at? Confused. The slowdown has nothing to do with FPS, though. It's got nothing to do with it. We're talking about... It's not... There's a certain clock speed. Yeah, no, there's a certain clock speed that the game... That's the maximum amount that the game can refresh the screen. But not everything on the game is refreshing at that rate, necessarily. The NES is definitely... It can be 60 FPS. But not everything... There are games on NES that don't refresh at that rate. Even though the NES can. No, it's not, Lord Zerk, because the game... Slowdown is the game slowing down the speed at which things are, like... Yeah, no, I know, but slowdown is different. It's different because... Because the refresh rate, like in a 3D game, the FPS dropping does not necessarily slow down the game, right? It does not necessarily slow down the game. The game is still moving at the same speed. You just are seeing what's on the screen at a lower rate of refresh, right? It's different from the game slowing down but not dropping frames. There's no frames being dropped. Yeah, the game would... Exactly! What Space Kitty Face is saying is correct. If it was dropping frames, the game would skip, not slow. No, what Space Kitty Face is saying is contradicting what you just said, Lord Zerk. Slowdown is not dropping frames. There are no frames being dropped. The game is slowing down. Alright, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So let's have to agree, disagree. I don't know how else to explain it. I just don't know how else to explain it. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. No, I don't think that's it at all, Lord Zerk. I think I get it very well. Even though I'm not necessarily, like, that technical brain. I really think I get it. I mean, it's possible for slowdown to coincide. Here's the thing. Slowdown can coincide with dropped frames, but it doesn't always necessarily do that. Like, I've played enough modern games to know, to experience this. Like, I think a lot of us have, right? Sometimes, when you drop enough frames, the game can actually slow down. But that is not always the case. You can have dropped frames without the game slowing down at all. Zero slowdown can occur when frames are dropped. But slowdown can also coincide with dropped frames, right? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I don't think it's even that complicated, though. I think it's slowdown and dropped frames are two different things. Dropped frames is the screen refreshing at a lesser rate. It's showing you less frames. Slowdown is the action on the screen actually slowing down. And the game can slow down without dropping any frames. It's two different things. It's not a reduction in frame rate. No, it's two different things. A game can slow down without the frame rate changing. Dropping frames... Well, now that they're just getting the terminology mixed up. That's just semantics. Yeah, I think we're getting a little mixed up with the dropping frames versus frame rate. I think you know what I mean. Okay, the frame rate decreasing, not dropping frames. Dropping frames is more like... I mean, those are related things. But I guess that's more of like a streaming term. Sorry. Then losing but when the frame rate slows down, you're losing frames of animation, though. You're losing frames of refresh on the screen. The screen is refreshing at a lesser rate. Frames of the screen of the thing are being lost. The thing you're looking at are being lost. You know? Lord Zerk, you get, though, that a game could be, in theory, if the frame rate got really bad, and let's say the frame rate is 2 FPS, and the screen is refreshing at a rate of 2 refreshes per second, right? You get that doesn't necessarily mean the game is slowing down, right? The action could still be taking place at the same rate of action, right? We don't really have good terms for describing that, but you understand what I mean, right? Do you understand what I'm saying just now? Do you understand what I just said? Does that make sense to you? Okay. So, alright, Lord Zerk, alright. So, there's a speed at which Simon moves. Okay? There's a speed at which Simon moves, and at that speed, he will get across this screen, let's say within 10 seconds. Right? Are you with me so far? Because there's a speed at which he moves. When the game is slowing down, it's going to slow down his speed. And he's going to now get to the end of the screen at something more than 10 seconds. Like maybe 15 or 20 seconds, right? Okay? You're with me so far, right? That's slowdown. He actually moves slower. The speed at which he gets from don't worry about the terminology for right now. The speed, when slowdown happens, the speed at which he gets from one end of the screen to the other is slower, so it takes more time for him to get across the screen, okay? Now, when the frame rate is how much the screen refreshes. So let's say the screen is only refreshing at 2 frames per second. Let's say the screen is only refreshing at 2 frames per second, and we can only see like this. Let's say the screen, I wish I could fast forward. Okay, so this is an extreme example, but I'm skipping 5 seconds with each thing. So now the screen is refreshing at a rate of 5 seconds. Okay. Let's say the frame rate is reduced by like, right now the frame rate is like 30. Let's say the frame rate were reduced to 10 frames per second. So you're only seeing the screen refresh 10 times per second, right? Because that's what frame rate is. It's how many times the screen refreshes per second. That does not necessarily change the speed. If the screen refreshes 10 times per second, but his speed remains constant, will he still get to the end of the screen in 10 seconds? Or will it be more than 10 seconds? If his speed of movement remains constant, but the frames are updating less, does he get to the end of the screen in 10 seconds? This is in theory. I'm just asking in theory. In my example, the screen is refreshing less, but his movement is the same. So he gets to so the answer is, he still gets to the end of the screen in the same amount of time, in my example. Which is a thing that happens in 3D games all the time. So he still gets to the end of the screen in 10 seconds. But the screen is refreshing at a lower rate. So you just see less frames. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, the URL for this video, I mean, it's, this. In this game, no. I mean, in this game, no, because 2D games don't work like that. 2D games don't work like that. But you understand what I'm saying in concept. In 3D, I could pull up an example of like Dark Souls on PS3 in Blighttown. And so you understand what I'm saying. Which, they are dropping frames, which is not the frame rate. No, that is the frame rate. In 3D games, that is when the frame rate gets reduced, that is the frame rate. That's the frame rate. The frame rate is how much the game is up. The frame rate is just simply how many frames are on the screen per second. Right? So in a 3D game, if it's 60 FPS, you're seeing 60 frames on the screen per second. It's animating at a rate of 60 frames on the screen per second. 60 images are on the screen per second. If it's 30 FPS, it's 30 images per second. If it's 15 FPS, it's 15 images on the screen per second in a 3D game. Right. The frame rate is how many images are on the screen per second. That's what it is, right? Am I right? Am I right about what I'm saying? Does everybody agree? It's how many images are on the screen per second. That is independent of how fast the game is moving. Like in a 3D game, if we're measuring the amount of time it takes for you to get from point A to point B, and let's say that that's 10 seconds, in a reduced frame rate under normal circumstances, it still takes 10 seconds to get from point A to point B, regardless of whether the frame rate is, 10 frames per second or 60 frames per second. The movement speed is independent of the frame rate. Under normal circumstances, in some cases, frame rate being reduced is also accompanied by slowdown. So there's some cases where it actually does slow down, but in a lot of cases it doesn't. So that can happen, meaning that it is independent. If you agree that it's independent, that applies to 2D games as well. So if in slowdown is actually reducing the speed at which the game you get from point A to point E slower. So that slowdown is not reduced FPS.
Go for Grubhub.
Let me take a look.
Free Grubhub Plus with Prime. I'm in.
We're the Guardians of the Galaxy on May 5th.
We come in peace.
At 9:03. 9:03. Whoops. Oh, I guess we were there. 9:03. Dude, I should probably wrap up and go to bed soon. 9:03. Okay. I don't see any. It looks normal. Would you call that slowdown? I didn't see the slowdown. 9:03 to 9:07. Is this the right spot? Was there a little slowdown when he threw? I'm not detecting the slowdown. I don't know. I don't see anything. What resolution am I playing at? This video? I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, it's just I maximized it. Yeah, we don't see the slowdown. I don't see it. But the thing is, though, this looks like what Castlevania looks like to me. I think this is the normal frame rate for Castlevania. I think Castlevania probably already refreshes at a rate of 30 frames per second anyway. I doubt that Castlevania refreshes at a rate of 60 FPS like in any regard, because this looks like what Castlevania looks like. I don't see any difference. Regardless, if the video is at 30 FPS, then apparently that's just what Castlevania is. Click the gear icon. Okay. Quality. It's on auto. Uh-oh. Gotta check that email. I don't know, it's on auto. 720. I think it's at 720p. 720. It says 720 60. It says this is at 60 FPS, actually. Which, you know what? Honestly, apparently none of us could tell. Because we all thought this was 30. So, there you go. it lies sometimes. I'll put it on. I'm gonna put it on. Yeah, I'll manually put it on 720. But it says right here. I doubt it's lying, but let's manually do it. Okay. Now we'll go through and we'll look at that scene again. All right. So this is now definitely set to 720p 60. Looks exactly the same to me, I think. I don't perceive any slowdown. I don't know, it looks exactly the same. This is just how Castlevania runs. I doubt the screen is refreshing in 60 frames per second. Like, I just doubt that it is. No, I don't. I honestly don't notice it. I mean, like, if we wanted to just look at slowdown, we could look at Gradius 3 again. We don't need to, like, maybe it's like a tiny blip of slowdown, but it's hard for me to perceive. Like, do we just want to look at Gradius? Like, why do we need to look at that, though? What's your point? You know what I mean? A candle? But that's just it. That's my point. You can't tell from the animation of, well, I mean, maybe you can if it's a discrepancy. But, like, the animation of the candle does not, the candle's not having 60 frames of animation in a second, you realize. Wait, where is it? Okay, 903. But yeah, maybe you can perceive a difference in refresh rate. Well, okay, you know what I think it is, actually? I think it's just that the platform that you're standing on slows down in speed a little bit, so the screen is just slowing down a little bit, and there's like a slight jitter with the movement. I don't think there's any drop in FPS at all. I think it's just a slight jitter in the movement. This is the whole screen. Yeah, it's just the platform. It's because the platform slows down, I think. That's just my opinion. I don't think there's any like I don't think there's actual slowdown, or if there is, it's like very minimal. I mean, shouldn't we just look at Gradius 3 again? Because that has got... what about Castlevania 4? That's got some pretty noticeable slowdown. Let's look at Castlevania 4.
Okay, it's gonna be okay.
Dad, where are we?
In the like the rotating tunnel, there should be like a ton of slowdown. Like in here. There's usually like a ton of slowdown here. Yeah, see, like right there. Look at the slowdown there. Now, see, notice that when the screen slows down, everything on the screen slows down. The background slows down, you slow down, scrolling slows down, enemies slow down, everything slows down. The whole screen is slowing down. In other words, movement is slowing down. This will cause you to get to the end of the screen. It will take more time, which is not necessarily the case when you drop, when the frame rate decreases. Frame rate is refresh rate. The actual game is not changing its movement speed. And honestly, like, is the refresh rate going down during these moments of slowdown? Because I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. It might not be. The screen is... Animation is slowing down. It's not necessarily the refresh rate, so it's not appropriate to call that reduce in FPS, because it's just inaccurate. Unless both are occurring, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, Gromfulin has a good point about that, yeah. About speedrunners would not do things that cause slowdown. Speedrunners have if they know a game really well, they have a pretty good idea of like what causes slowdown. That's true. Can you set it to 1440p? I don't see it. This now? This is the max it can be set to. Oh, I thought that might be a joke. But Lord Zerk, you do understand that movement and FPS are two different things, though, right? It's not the definition. The definition of FPS is frames per second. It's images on the screen per second. So if the animations are slowing down, but there's still the same amount of frames on the screen per second, then the frame rate's not slowing down by definition. By definition, the FPS is how many images are on the screen per second. Which, again, is why it's not appropriate to talk about FPS in relation to retro games, because regardless of what the FPS of the machine is, it does not tell you how many frames of images are on the screen per second. It's just not, it has nothing to do, the FPS of a retro game has nothing to do with how many images are on the screen per second, which is the definition. It's how many, Lord Zerk, the FPS is how many images are on the screen per second, right? Do you agree? How many images are on the screen per second? Is that the fact? Is that a fact? I mean, what's your definition of frames per second? Like, what does frames mean? Define frames. I'm defining it as images. Like, does that make sense? Which, like, for a 3D game is literally what it is. What is a frame, though? Like, a frame of what? What does frame mean? Let's watch more Castlevanias. Frame of what? What's a frame? So, image. Right. So, images. Right. So, we agree. Frames per second is how many images are on the screen per second, right? We agree. Right. So, you think that I honestly, it's hard. I don't know. Here's what I don't know. I don't know technically if when the slowdown happens like this, is there less images? Does that actually affect the frame rate? Is there less images on the screen? It's hard to perceive. Because things aren't necessarily animating less smoothly. It's just at a slower rate. Is this less smooth, the animation, or is it just simply that things are moving slower? Like, honestly, you can almost when it slows down like that, you can kind of see his animations in more clarity. But it's definitely affecting the movement speed. It's definitely affecting the movement speed. How many images are on the screen does not necessarily relate to movement speed. You get that, right? Those are two different things, right? Movement speed and refresh rate of images is two different things. You said that you agreed with that. Like, we both agree that it especially applies with 3D games, because you can, often cases, you can have a reduced refresh rate, a reduced FPS, without it affecting the movement. Right? So you admit that they're two different things. No, but you, on a 3D game, you agree that there can be, the frame rate can be reduced, but you can, it doesn't, but you can, oh, whoops. I'm back. No, it's just the usual thing. Okay, but Lord Zerk, but we do agree that movement, like in a 3D game, movement and FPS are two different concepts. Like, the FPS can drop, and yet you can still be moving from point A to point B and get there at the same speed, right? So, at least in 3D games, you agree with me that movement and frame rate are two different things, like movement speed. Right? In 3D games, you agree with me. I think. Because you agreed before. Like, for example, like if you're playing like Dark Souls. Let's say you're playing Dark Souls and you're in Blight Town, and the game that is normally, I know, I think Dark Souls normally runs like natively at like 30 FPS on the PS3, and like it might drop to like 15 FPS. If Dark Souls drops to 15 FPS, and you're walking from like one end of Blight Town to the other, it's not going to then take you, assuming it is at 15 FPS the whole time, it's not going to take you twice as long to walk from one point to the other. Because it's... So therefore, movement and frame rate are two different things. You agree with that, right? You agree with that, right? You have to agree with that, because it's just obviously true, right? Oh, alright, Lord Zerk. I'm sorry, Lord Zerk. You should... Is that... Okay. I was just trying to explain it. Maybe I'm trying a little too hard. You can think whatever you want, Lord Zerk. I'm sorry for arguing with you. You go take your dog out. Would I consider Doom a 3D game or pseudo 3D? I consider Doom to be a 3D game. I consider it to be 3D. Like, I don't... It is pseudo... I understand what is meant by calling it, like, pseudo 3D, but I just think that I don't know, I just don't really like that terminology. I feel like it's weird terminology. Like, it is 3D, like, to me, 3D just means, like, it's displaying a 3D environment, which it is, you know? It's using tricks to do that. It's just because it's, like, all 3D games are using tricks. Like, a modern 3D game is not actual true 3D space. Like, all 3D games are pseudo 3D. They're all pseudo 3D in a certain way. So, like, pseudo 3D it's a weird, I don't know. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? But Doom in particular it's a weird case because it's always on a flat plane. The map is always on a flat plane, so that's the way it's programmed. But it's capable of, at least graphically, letting you move up and down. I mean, you're still moving around in 3D space. Then you have like Wolfenstein 3D, which, I mean, is still to me a 3D game, but it's definitely like very flat. You know, there's no vertical movement. But there doesn't have to be vertical movement for like 3D graphics to exist, you know? Mode 7 is a trick. It's true. Isn't it funny that like Mode 7 is like such an ingrained term in like gamer psyche? Nobody even knows what the other 6 modes are. Nobody cares. Anytime, and like before Super Nintendo, there was still computers and consoles that could like rotate things. But after Super Nintendo, all rotation in games became Mode 7. It's so funny. Alright, Lord Zerk. Alright, good talk. I hope Lord Zerk is not mad. Oh, yeah, rotation and scaling. That's true. Good point. Well, I like the new layout. Oh, what is this? A new Red Letter Media video? I want to watch that. Let's just watch it.
Else annoys me too.
Let's watch it together.
They get the Millennium Falcon back in numerous incarnations, from brand new to the old rust bucket.
By they, you mean Star Wars fans. Okay.
We get Discovery, a spinning ship that travels on a network of spores, and then we get the Enterprise E, which is an ugly monstrosity. Fans love the Galaxy class ship. It's revered as much as the Constitution class. They took the Enterprise D and they trashed it in Star Trek Generations, which I am still bitter about 25 years later.
Yeah.
why can't we get the Galaxy class back?
I'm agreeing with you about everything. I like this idea. I actually like this idea.
Yeah, why can't we? Oh, that's a little snippet from their review. That's kind of weird video, but all right, cool. I probably need to go to bed now. I think I'm just going to turn off the stream rather than raid somebody because I just need to go to bed immediately. I just need to go to bed. I hope you guys are enjoying the CDI games. I think they're really interesting to check out. I'm looking forward to playing more of this one and then the weird Zelda's Adventure overhead Zelda game, which looks like the weirdest of all of them. But more CDI will be next time. Tomorrow will potentially be the last stream of the week, and hopefully I'll get into Anime St. Louis, and hopefully I won't stream anymore this week. But if I don't, then on the bright side, I might stream. Pretty fun until it's not. That's what I've heard. I've heard that Zelda's Adventure is like the jankiest, worst. It's actually like the jankiest, worst one. So I'm looking forward to I want to play it and experience it for myself. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully, probably will be the final stream of the week. So I'll see you guys for that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Even Lord Zerk. I hope Lord Zerk is not mad. And thank you, everybody, for arguing with me about frame rate. That was fun. Everybody go to sleep now. Have a good night, and I hope you dream in 60 FPS.